Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the How to Cook series. Today, I'm just going to show you a really cool thing that you can do with the artisan bread that you learn to make, whether through it's my channel or through another channel, or if you go out to the store and you just buy yourself some bread. So, what we're going to do is I'm just going to unwrap my bread right here. I just keep it wrapped up so that way, it stays a little bit fresher for a little bit longer. So, let me just get this out. And this bread's just maybe like a few days old, not that old though. And what you're gonna notice is that there's some, it's a little dense, but still good aeration. Still looks really good. So what I'm gonna do is just cut this into 3 slices. So my plan for this bread is just to make some like pizza bread, basically is what I call it. And I'm just gonna use a chef's knife. You can use a bread knife, but I just wanted to get what the average home cook may have, which is just a chef's knife. So I'm gonna just go in for a thick-ish slice right here. And I also find it easier just to carve with this thing. And it actually cuts through this type of bread so much easier than my bread knife does. My bread knife is not sharp at all, so I figured I'd just use this. So there's one. And I'm gonna go for 3 slices here because I'm kind of feeling a little bit thick today. You know, I just kind of want to eat a little bit more than normal. So you know, that's just par for the course here in my house. So what I'm gonna do, as I get that, oh wow, that's a really cool effect. There's just some nice flour right there, and we got that down. So yeah. So I'm going to be just making 3 slices. You can always do more or less, depending on how you want it. Damn, that's so cool. This was the result of me flipping everything into the pan, so everything hit right here at first. And then there was a part of it that stuck, and that had some flour that flipped over, so I just got literally a pocket of flour in here. That's pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. It looks definitely delicious. So let me walk you through what I have right now. So I have just some roasted garlic pizza sauce. You can just use whatever tomato sauce you have. It doesn't have to be pizza sauce. I just saw this in my cabinet and I'm just going to use it. I'm going to first layer it with a little bit of basically fake butter, you know, the spreadable butter that's really easy. You could use softened butter, but let's be real, who has time for that? And then what this is basically a block of low-fat, whole milk mozzarella. I mean, so that's kind of what you want. You want the whole milk. You can go low moisture. It's just usually when it cooks in the oven, full fat mozzarella just cooks a lot better. And then I just got some pepperoni to finish it off with. So let me go ahead and tell you what else I got going. I got a oven going to 425 and it's still heating, and I have just a baking sheet here with a aluminum on top, and that's about it. So let me go ahead and grab a few utensils, grab a spoon as well. All right, and let's get to making this. So we'll lay these out right here, and let's find which side we want to use. You know, I'll let the flatter sides be the bottom, so that way it makes more contact with the cooking sheet. And you know, another trick that I'm going to use right now is taking a little bit of olive oil and throwing that on here. What this will do is in the oven, it'll crisp up the bottom of the bread right here to make it extra crunchy, so it's going to be delicious. So I'm just going to take, you know, some generous margarine right here and just spread it around. I just want my first layer to be butter and margarine just because, you know, it's going to give it a nice taste to it. And, you know, why not? Why not add more trans fats to your life? It can't get any worse, right? Alright, so let me go ahead and try and speed along through this section. Now what we're going to do is get our roasted garlic set up. Uh, hmm. You know what? Normally I would just put oregano directly in this and then stir it around, but what I'm going to do here today is just spread it and then put oregano directly on it. So let's get ourselves a healthy line of tomato sauce on each of these breads. All right, that's looking delicious. All right, throw that in there. And let me grab a little bit of oregano. So I got some oregano here. And I'm just going to sprinkle it liberally and just get it everywhere. It's really the only way to do things is just to make a huge mess. If you're not making a huge mess while cooking, what fun is that? You're not leaving yourself anything to do after you're done eating. Like, usually the best part of cooking is having a chore of cleaning up all your dishes when you're done. That's usually my most favorite part, actually. So I'm gonna just take one of these slices. So they cut them thick. I wish they'd give me an entire block, but I guess they won't / can't. So I'm just gonna take the large side of my cheese grater and try and get some cheese evenly distributed here onto the bread. Now you can always use shredded cheese too. This is just a good way to get rid of your bread, you know, that you make. Like, say you make it and you're done just putting butter on it, and you just want an interesting way to make like a quick meal that'll kill you. You know, this is a great way to do so. That's enough cheese. And you know, another thing I forgot to add to this is just some garlic powder. Now, this will give you heartburn faster than you can say Mississippi is a great state, but you know, it does add a good flavor to the dish. So I'm just going to try and sprinkle that on here, just a light dusting of garlic powder, and that's going to add a nice umami flavor as well. So this is powdered. You can always put real garlic powder inside your sauce, but I mean, like, this is going to work extremely well for you. So now let's go ahead and try and clean up around this board. You know what? Actually, I'll do that in a minute. Next, what we're gonna do is just get our pepperoni. It looks like I haven't opened this yet, so let's throw that aside and get this open. Now I may be asking, can I just put it right now if I'm, you know, like, if you eat cheese but you also don't eat meat, you know, if you're one of those people, sure. It's totally good that way. I've done it before and it tastes really good. I just really like pepperoni with this. I'm normally not a pepperoni guy, but when it comes to this sort of thing, I think pepperoni really adds a lot to the dish. So I'm just gonna add a lot here, and I kind of like just adding just one line of pepperoni. It's always so cute to see pepperoni just in a line like that. Alright, so now that we got this all set up and prepped, what we're going to do is transfer this over to our baking sheet. And our oven is preheated, which is pretty awesome. So I'm just going to take these one at a time, lift them up, and put them in a little bit of oil right here. Alright, and we're going to waste not here. And what we're going to do is just try and get as much as this is possible onto everything right here. So just feel free to just take whatever is left on your cutting board and just make a mess, but just get it everywhere. It's fine if it gets on the baking sheet. If it kind of gets on, just kind of push it over and it'll create a nice crust around the pizza bread itself. And what we're going to do is just put this in the oven for at 425 or 400 or 450. It doesn't really matter. You just need to put it in there for 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so it's been about 12 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these real quick. And damn, they look good. All right, I'm going to take these out of the oven. This is my trusty oven mitt, you know. And this is the result right here. Let me go ahead and try and get some close-in detail. You can see that the crust is nice and crispy along that edge right there. That's going to be a good bite. And everything just looks really good. Now, normally I would take a bite during these videos, but these are going to need at least 3 to 4 minutes to cool down, and I kind of just want to eat these on my lonesome. But I assure you these are great. This is going to be the best breakfast I've ever had, and I just wanted to be able to share this this little recipe that I concocted with you. And I hope that you have a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye.